I hope you're all right at home, that your dad, your mom, your grandparents, your brothers, your sisters, I hope that everyone is okay and that you're doing great. Now, today we're going to see something important from Unit 2, specifically the grammar. As you saw from the learning outcome, we are going to be able to describe past habits, past actions that were a routine to us, but they are no longer a routine in our lives. But first, we need to focus on some relevant vocabulary for this class. First, we're going to see past habit descriptors, descriptores de hábitos pasados, and also we are going to see some action verbs, algunos verbos que indican acción. First, we have used to and didn't used to, solía y no solía. El primero me sirve para hablar de lo que yo solía hacer, cuáles eran mis rutinas anteriormente o actividades que hacía muy repetitivamente antes. And didn't used to, hablar de cosas que antes no hacía y que por contraste lo más probable es que ahora sí las voy a hacer. Now, the action verbs are included throughout the lesson in worksheets, in the video, and different activities, and also in your book. Now, we have be, teach, work, wear, have, make, pay, travel, play, go, read, and choose. Let's remember the meanings. Ser o estar, enseñar, por eso de ahí viene teacher. Work, trabajar o funcionar. Wear, vestir. Have, tener. Make, hacer, crear con mis manos manualmente, como hacer la comida o hacer la cama. Pay, pagar. Travel, viajar. Play, jugar o tocar un instrumento. Go, ir. Read, leer. And choose, elegir, seleccionar. Recordemos, vamos a ver hábitos pasados. We are going to describe past habits. Let's continue. Let's remember again the learning outcome. We are going to be able to describe past habits, that is to say, actions that were a routine in our lives in the past. So, let's see, for example, my life. When I was a child, I used to play with dolls, but I didn't used to play video games at all. Also, when I was a child, I used to read a lot at the school library, so I didn't used to pay for books at all. And when I was a little girl, like a toddler, I used to wear all kinds of clothes, but I didn't used to choose the clothes I wore. My mom chose them. So let's see what we have over here. Example number 1. When I was a child, I used to play with dolls, but I didn't used to play video games. In Spanish, cuando yo era una niña, yo solía jugar con muñecas, pero yo no solía jugar videojuegos. Used to me habla de lo que yo sí solía hacer, mientras que didn't used to me sirve para expresar lo que yo no solía hacer, pero que ahora puede ser que sí haga. Now, let's see the structure. Veamos la estructura. El más es para used to, es decir, lo que sí solía hacer, y el menos es para didn't used to, lo que no solía hacer. First, we have a subject, un sujeto, used to, solía, an infinitive action verb, un verbo de acción en forma infinitiva. Recordemos que este es el verbo sin cambios en su forma más pura. And finally, a complement. Okay? Now, in the negative, didn't used to, we have the subject, el sujeto, then didn't used to, no solía, an infinitive action verb, un verbo de acción en forma infinitiva, and finally, a complement. Let's see these parts in the example. The subject. The person is I, because I am the example. Oh no, this is an introduction. We're going to go here. I, then, used to. I used to, then. The infinitive action verb is play. And finally, I have a complement. Okay? I used to play with dolls. Yo solía jugar con muñecas. Yo solía jugar con muñecas. Now, let's see the negative part. I is the subject. Didn't used to. Right there. Infinitive action verb, play. Complement, video games. Yo no solía jugar videojuegos. Let's see. In this case, example number 2. Let's think about the same process. Subject, used to or didn't used to, infinitive action verb, and a complement. I used to read a lot at the school library. I is the subject. Used to, solía. Read, the infinitive action verb. And a lot at the school library is the complement. Let's see part 2. I didn't used to pay for books. I didn't used to pay for books. I is the subject. Didn't used to, no solía. Pay is the infinitive action verb. And finally, for books is the complement. Very good. Now that you have seen the examples and also the structure, we are going to do some exercises. It's our exercise. Let's see what you have to do. You have to read and complete with used to or didn't used to. You have to think if the text makes sense. Tienen que pensar si el texto les hace sentido, completando con used to, solía, or didn't used to, no solía. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces to complete. Number 1 is going to be done with me, with the teacher. The rest of them, you will have to copy them in your notebook, develop them, and after that we are going to check here. Okay? Let's see. 30 years ago, 30 años atrás, life was very different. La vida era muy distinta. People had Netflix. Do you think that 30 years ago people had Netflix? What do you think? Used to or didn't used to? You're right, it's didn't used to. Yeah. So, people People didn't used to have Netflix. No. Now, the rest of them read, think carefully, and complete with used to or didn't used to. Go! Ready now. Let's see how you did. Now, we continue. People didn't used to have Netflix. La gente no solía tener Netflix. Obvio que no, o sea, muy nuevo. Now, instead, they rent video cassettes at Blockbuster. They used to. That's correct. En lugar de ello, ellos solían arrendar videocassettes o VHS en Blockbuster. Si no sabe lo que es Blockbuster, pregúntale al papá o a la mamá. Ellos van a saber. Now, children walk or ride a bike to school. You're right. Used to. Children used to walk or ride a bike to school. Let's continue to make sense of this. They take a school bus. 30 years ago, a school bus? Yes or no? They didn't used to. They didn't used to take a school bus. Los niños solían caminar o andar en bicicleta al colegio. Ellos no solían tomar un bus escolar. Existían, pero no era como tan común andar en bus escolar. No era que no hubiese. Now, let's continue. Families have computers. 30 years ago, computers at home. Possible or not possible? Not really. Didn't used to. Families didn't used to have computers. Instead, they had big encyclopedias to find information. Yes, no computers? Then welcome encyclopedia. Instead, they used to have big encyclopedias to find information. So, what do you think? Was life good or bad then, 30 years ago? What's your opinion? After that, you have this task. You're going to talk about or read about, or write about actually. You are going to write about what you used to do or what you didn't used to do before school stopped. What were your habits? What did you do? Write about that in the comments in Google Classroom that are attached to this activity. Goodbye, have a good day.